This is Dos Primos. Welcome back, listeners, to another episode of Dos Primos. Today we're going to be diving into the eccentric world of being a Sigma, what they are and how to become one.
Yeah. Fortunately for you, we're both Sigmas, as you know. I'm going to give you a little pointers on how to be one.
Yep. So I'm just going to start off by defining what a Sigma is. So a Sigma male is a slang term used in masculinist subcultures for a popular, successful, but highly independent and self-reliant man. So you can also define us as a lone wolf.
Yeah.
I think you know something about lone wolves, right?
Yeah, I once heard a wise man once say, "Stand behind me, I'll protect you. Stand beside me, I'll trust you. Stand in front of me, I'll destroy you."
We've all had to do that.
Yes, we have.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start off by giving some rules, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a good rule of thumb for being a Sigma is that, um, well, this is like obvious one, but the classic Sigma move is why waste time opening doors when you could just as easily use a window or create an opening for yourself with
Yeah,
a little bit of Suntex or a sledgehammer, you know?
exactly.
If you use a
I've been.
door, you might as well just like say, "Beat me up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a
I'm a
man."
beta. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been saying this for years. Um, I'm happy it's just now going mainstream. But
yeah,
man, I just feel like a lot of people have gone blind and just feel like a door is the way to get in. And it's really the one spot you shouldn't be getting in.
yeah. And like, I think you can get extra points if you land like a superhero. Like if it's out of a
Hmm.
two-story building. If you land like, you know what I'm talking about. If you land like
I
that,
do.
you're gonna be doing just fine.
You're
Just
definitely
fine.
Sigma at that point.
Yep. And this is this is a no-brainer. Okay. Rule number 2: always walk in a zigzag instead of a straight line.
Never know them Never let them know your next move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to die or do you want to live?
Are you beta or are you Sigma?
Do you want your family to die or do you want to die? Or not
Exactly.
die? Yeah.
Well put.
Yeah. And kind of going off of the whole never let them get your next move.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
I know exactly what you mean.
only communicate through interpretive dance. You know what I mean? Because like if you're talking, people already know what you're saying. But if you do interpretive dance, then it'll be just fine. Okay.
Yeah. We actually
Just
had a whole conversation just in that.
yeah. Because like who needs words when you can express your deepest thoughts and emotions through a series of elaborate twirls and spins? Doesn't that just sound like a manly thing to do?
It does.
Yeah.
That doesn't scream Sigma, then I don't know what does at this point.
Yeah. I can relate to that, and I think any real Sigma would know just
Exactly.
how real that rule is. That kind of goes along with this. So you're never going to respond to a real question, or some question you can respond to normally, but don't do
Hmm.
all of them normally. Some you're going to have to respond with an animal noise. You never do the same animal noise twice, okay?
Yeah.
If twice, they're going to guess what you're going to do. So, yeah, keep it interesting, you know?
Yeah. Quack.
It's good. So what's your
Thank you.
go-to animal noise,
Well, I really like the quack, as you know.
obviously?
Yeah, it's just a really quick one that you can get off real fast. Also like the
Mm-hmm.
moo. It's a good one for a secondary because they're very
Obviously.
different animals, and like you don't
Mm-hmm.
expect you to go from a duck to a cow, but
There's no way,
yeah, exactly. Gotta keep them on their toes. What is your
obviously.
favorite one?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with because not saying that like I'm a furry or anything, obviously, because this is a
Exactly, because that's
strictly
not a
Sigma thing to
Sigma.
do. No, it's not.
No.
Okay, but like I'm always just trying to like, oof.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
No, I get where you're coming from there.
like some people try to just like talk in a deep voice, like, "Hey, it's me.
Yeah.
How's it going?" Or like, "Protein."
Yeah.
But
exactly.
another Sigma way to do it is with an animal
Ah,
race.
yeah.
Yeah. And just like, and this is like a kind of related to animal stuff. You always want to carry a rubber chicken. Okay.
Of
You always
course.
have it when you're wearing a suit in your left hand breast pocket.
Oh,
Okay. You pull it out just in case. There's a lot of
mhm.
things you could use it for. Entertaining children. Entertaining children. Believe it or not, you can entertain children with it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, as a Sigma, I did not know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. No.
that's a curveball.
Yeah.
Wow.
And how do you feel about witnesses?
I don't like them. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
If they saw it, they gone,
Yep.
basically.
We're meeting the maker.
Which is it kind of this is why this rule is very important to me. You always stay strapped.
Of course.
Always. But
Always.
not like this strapped.
No.
Okay, like this is good to have,
Hmm.
right? But I'm talking this
Yeah.
strapped.
Yeah.
I'll just keep that right here.
Yeah. Of course.
Because
I feel.
anything could happen.
Yeah. Anything can. You're
Mm-hmm.
right. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
A witness. Got to dispatch that pretty quickly.
A victim, a robber, a thief.
Old lady crossing the street. The possibilities are endless.
Yeah. Because like they seem innocent, but
Nope.
back in the day, they were not. They could have been a serial killer.
Mm-mm. I mean, they're asking for a handout, someone to carry their groceries. Come on.
Yeah, and that's it's kind of like how you never tip anybody, you know.
Nope.
Gratuity is something I strongly don't believe in because they're getting paid to do that. So why do you have to pay when they're already
Hmm.
being paid?
You know,
You know?
you walk into the store, you sit yourself down, you look at what you want, you have to order yourself, right? Like one of those fancy ones where you click it. Someone just brings you the food and then they're like, give me a tip. You're like, you should be paying me for doing
And you
your
eat the
job.
food. They don't even eat the. You eat the food. You
Yeah.
order the food. You seat yourself. You drink your own water. You tell them the water you want. Tips are
Yeah.
not for Sigmas or
No.
anybody really.
No. No. You shouldn't.
No, don't tip.
Mm-mm. I seriously
Tips are
don't
no
tip.
go. I never tip.
No,
If
I
I see
don't.
somebody tip, I take the money for myself and I leave.
Yeah. They're tipping me.
I say, "There's your tip. Don't tip anymore."
Just another reason to stay
Yep.
strapped. They're not just going to give you their money. Nope. You got to point a gun at them. And then once they give you your money, you shoot them and take their wallet and kill any witnesses.
Yep. Because that's on them. They should have known.
They
Okay,
should
it
have.
kind of goes without saying.
But that kind of brings me into the next thing is a Sigma never accepts a raise.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't accept it. He takes it, right?
Hmm. No. You see, just the other day, my boss calls me in to his office, right? I'm like, what's
Obviously.
this going to be about? Am I in trouble for something again? Did he see me get a witness? Is he a witness? And I go in there, and he's like,
Hand on your
You've
gun,
been.
right?
Hmm?
Hand on your
Yeah,
gun,
of
obviously.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a two-handed one. It's a big one, so yeah, obviously. And I go in there, right? And he's like, sit down. So I do. And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
you've been doing a really good job. I want to give you a raise. It's like, nope.
Uh-oh. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I killed him on the spot. I spent 20 years in prison for it, but worth it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sigmas never take a raise.
The only exception is if you take it forcefully with a lot of victims. You
Yeah.
have to take people down with you, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the way it's done.
You have to.
Yeah.
There's no other choice, really. And I feel like this is another strong, very important factor is whenever you're brushing your teeth, right?
Hmm.
You're never gonna. Most people spin the sink, right?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you? That's it's made for that, right? Yeah, it just goes on a drain. You don't have to worry about it. No, no. You should be worrying about it. Don't spit in a sink. Spit on the floor. Okay,
What is a sink
maybe
even for, really? Like, I mean, you're not supposed to wash your hands as a Sigma. You can't spit in the sink as a Sigma. There's no point for a sink.
you should never shave as a Sigma. Let it grow.
Yeah,
If the hair wants to grow, let it grow.
yeah,
It's not your will, it's the hair's will.
exactly. It's actually manifesting through a dance, an interpretative dance. It's what the hairs are
That,
doing, and you need to listen to them because they are telling you what to do with your life, and when not to tip, and when not to accept the raise, and when to
yeah,
kill someone.
yeah. I can relate to that, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And what's uh what's the best type of food for Sigma? What's the only thing that you should be eating as a Sigma?
Um, I think, like when you get the protein powder, and you get like
Protein.
the big scoop, and you put it in a hydraulic press, and it gets like super pressed down, until it looks something kind of like this. This is protein, by the way. You are just take a bite out of it, and that's the only thing you should be eating.
Protein. I can relate to that.
Protein. Yeah, 100%.
I basically only eat protein.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
I haven't eaten
Yeah.
normal food in years. Doctor says I have 2 weeks to live, but
Fair
he
enough.
is not a Sigma, and he was a witness. So what we do to him? Yep, that's right.
He gone. He gone. Well, I can only think of one more question to ask you.
Mhm.
Where were you September 11th?
September 11th. Um, I have to think back. What year?
2001.
Well, man, I really have to think back on this one. I think I was in South Sudan during that time.
Doing what?
Um, Learning the culture of the indigenous people there is very interesting. Yeah.
Hmm. And were you seeing any friends with a group called ISIS?
Yeah. They're a great automobile dealership. I would
Hmm.
highly recommend someone goes, checks them out. They have great deals. Like I say, they kill the prices. But yeah, they're a
Hmm.
great car dealership. I buy all my cars from there.
Hmm. 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 And who
I
was the
have a
boss at the time while it happened?
the boss of
Yeah,
what?
the company.
Oh man, I don't remember. I don't think I had come across them yet when I was I was in South Sudan. Like if you were gonna run into an ISIS automobile shop. I mean,
Obviously.
so I don't think I was buying from them yet. I haven't discovered their greatness, but yeah.
Yeah. I
I
think.
have a question for you though.
Okay.
What is your
Okay.
opinion on Portuguese? Yeah,
Um. Well, I think it's our safest option is just to nuke them
100%.
because like they could like become communist or
Mm-hmm.
fascist or
They could become a
better than us.
ist, you know, and we don't like is here.
Nope. So I think the safest thing to do before they become too big or big at all or anything really, like I just say nuke them,
Absolutely.
drop a nuke on them. You do it with like 90% of the countries around. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't have like super valuable resources and it could possibly go, nuke them. Nuke them. Get them out of here.
Yeah, they're all witnesses actually,
Yeah. Kind of
one
how I
way or
feel.
another. You think about it.
So nuke them.
Yep.
It's like a firing squad, maybe.
Yeah, just like a brigade of nukes.
Yeah, that'd be
Take to
pretty
the
good.
center of the earth right there with nukes. Absolutely.
because we obviously both have nuclear arsenals at our disposal.
Of
It's the
course.
only
What
reason I'm
Sigma does it?
suggesting that. And how many? We all start with 50 nukes, obviously.
Yeah.
And how many do you have now?
So, in one of my bunkers in Afghanistan, I have,
Mm-hmm.
I think, 2,000 nukes, if I'm not mistaken.
Not 2,000.
Um, I think in, oh, Uzbekistan, obviously, that's where my largest amount is. I
Obviously.
have 20K, I think. You know, I know
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty light, but. And then in Portugal, I have 50. That's where I started the operation.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting, actually. Because I didn't get any more when I had mine, but I
Mhm.
am down to two, if that tells you anything.
Yeah.
So
I have expended some of mine as well.
I only use 48. And
Yeah.
no, not all of the people were guilty. And yes, most people were innocent. Yes, I nuked them.
They could have been a witness. We don't know.
Right on their smug faces. They're like, "No, we're dying."
Yeah.
Nuke.
Should have seen them, guys. They were like, yeah. They were no bueno.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd,
Exactly.
I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of Ecuador's engagement with Kazakhstan?
Mm, mm. Nuke them both.
Yeah, that's But like politically, amongst those two nations, what are you feeling?
That's really my only feeling. Like, I can't think
Right.
of anything. I'm
Right.
trying to feel other stuff, obviously. Like, I'm trying really hard.
What I'm saying
But
is, if you have to pick a side of them, which one are you picking and why?
it depends. I'd have to individually meet with every single soldier on both sides.
Right. Hmm.
And basically, I'd ask them a few simple questions.
Right.
What's the capital of Uzbekistan?
Obviously.
Uh, do you love your mother? And what's your favorite cheese?
Yep. That's how you know if they're good people.
That's how I would figure it out.
Yeah.
And then I nuke them, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
Drop a nuke on them.
Obviously. Right.
Yeah.
It's a
Just
pretty
like
good answer.
eating some of the favorite cheese, you know? Mmm, that's good. Yeah, it's gonna have to go down. So, whatever. It's okay. You know, whatever. I'm not worried. They're worried though.
No, never worry.
Yeah. So, did you have one more question? Click you a little more.
Let me go through my notes here. I think I did. No, I think that's it.
That's it for tonight?
That's it.
Okay, so in conclusion, never go through doors, always windows,
Oh,
or make your own hole. Never walk in a
right.
straight line, always go through zigzags. Always use interpretive dance to talk. Not all the time,
Right.
but some of the time, most of the time,
Most of the
definitely.
time, really. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. And respond to some questions, not most, but some, with animal noises. Okay, and no witnesses. Always
Right.
carry rubber chicken.
Always
Uh,
stay strapped.
always stay strapped.
Don't accept a
Uh,
raise.
don't accept a raise. Don't spit in the sink. Don't wash your hands.
Yeah.
Uh, love your mother.
Yeah.
And
Always be
uh,
ready to tell your favorite cheese.
always be ready to nuke somebody if you have to.
Yeah. And
And
always
that's how you
have
become a Sigma.
50 nukes.
At least
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So, and that's how you become a Sigma.
Yeah, right
And
there.
with
Oh,
that, this has been Dos Primos. We'll see you next time.
see ya.